pounder, 10-5, man. Watch the Goodfellas Sports TV, bro.
You guys come from Walker, Wisconsin. Watch
Goodfellas Sports.
Goodfellas Sports.
Yeah, let's talk about Colbert, you know, called out Frank Martin again, said let's do it. I mean, rumor was on the street, well, I haven't said rumor because I ain't heard it come out of his coach's mouth, is that he wasn't ready to fight Frank Martin in December now. Maybe he didn't get enough heads up, maybe it was a last minute thing, but Michelle Rivera and Martin, they was prepared enough, and it just don't seem like, you know, Colbert is committed enough. That's what I can say. I know I see him lose to Luis Hector Garcia, and you know he back in the club. You know he back out doing his thing. Don't like he lost. You know at the end of the day, I'm not saying he need to mope around, but Jesus, you know you see him get into it with Gary Russell. He look out of shape, and like I said, that's what happened when you pay. I mean, I don't know if it's a thin line, but you can pay these dudes too much money early on, and it seemed like they ain't as motivated no more. He doing what he supposed to do with his money. Investing into a chicken spot. I mean, obviously he rubbing shoulders with Danny Garcia, so he getting some great financial advice. So when you ain't got the need to do something, think about it. You hit the lottery tomorrow for $100 million. You know what I'm saying? You going into work. You like, yeah, I'm gonna go to work. Seen a dude in Michigan. I forget where he lived. That wasn't far. He hit the lottery a few years ago. He bought his dream car of a Corvette and went back to work. But the average person, and probably some of the just above average people, gonna win that money, and a nigga look at you wrong at work. They ask you to do your job. Hey man, you know you move a little faster. What nigga? Huh? I quit this shit right now. I'm on. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? That's what most people gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said before, I don't think he need boxing no more. I don't think the feeling there. I don't think the hunger there. Obviously, after he lost to Hector Luis Garcia, he didn't make no excuses. You know, he wanted the rematch. You know, he seemed, you know, but seemed like he didn't hold his head down. You know, seen him, you know, on Instagram and on social media. It seemed like he kept his head up and all that type of stuff. And it seemed like he continued to be 10 toes down with it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it don't seem like he really was too hard about it, quite frankly. And that's cool. But then again, you gotta, you know, it gotta be the big payback. You know, you gotta strike back with a vengeance. You know, you need to strike back with a vengeance. If we being honest, you know, where the energy at? Where the energy at? That's what I'm asking. Where the energy at? That's just what I'm asking. Where that energy at? You know, where that big energy at, bro? Where that? Man, I gotta get back on top. I gotta get back to the world title scene. You know, I gotta strap my nuts on and get this shit done. I ain't got no other way. I gotta get there. Where that motivation at, bro? That was supposed to be Frank Martin and Colbert in there. You just simply wasn't ready. You just think about that. You talk all that shit about calling them out, and then you ain't ready, and it's starting to become the PBC way. Let me call a nigga out knowing I really don't want to fight him, or I'm not really prepared to fight him. Let me call a nigga out because it sound cool. And social media should get on his ass. Should have been on his ass, but I don't think enough people cared enough. Social media should have been on his ass, quite frankly. Real talk. But yeah, man, you can't be calling people out and you ain't ready. That's my thing about it. You know, I just not understand that's starting to become a trend with PBC fighters. They got all that, they talk all this shit when it's time to fight, even if it's on the same side of the street. Oh, I ain't ready, or, you know, or down the line, or 3 fights later, or, you know, you just get tired of that stuff. It's becoming a trend over there. And in other places in boxing, if we gonna thump, hey, bro, don't call my name unless you ready to thump now. I don't want to hear about a tune-up. Unless you suffered an injury, that's understandable. Yeah, I got injured and shit, so I couldn't make it. But you know what? I'm ready to get it on now. If that's the situation, cool. But you simply ain't being ready. Come on, man. Colbert gonna get hurt. all that potential he had, and you know how highly, you know, touted he was coming out the amateurs, he was better off just going to get a gold fucking medal. That would have been a better boxing legacy, attempting to get a gold medal. You don't let Al overpay you and not keep you active as a young prospect. And, you know, you done did what you supposed to do with your money, but with your boxing career, you know, it's secondary. And when you got that mindset he got right now, where I'm getting the money, I'm focused on making my money into more money, and really boxing on the back burner, people like him and Ryan Garcia, that's how you get hurt. That's how you get hurt. That's how you get hurt. This ain't one of them, you know, the sports where you can be thinking like, oh man, you know, I do that shit later. You know, Rocket Man do this the hurt business. If you ain't 10 toes down, you ain't all in like the Three Musketeers, bro, you gonna get hurt. I don't know. In Detroit, you gotta race motherfuckers, man. You know it's about to be one, man. You trying to speed up. I just don't understand. The ignorocracy. It ain't even ignorant. The ignorocracy of niggas and the drivers in Detroit. They be the females. They be having the dumbest looking faces on their face, but like I continue to say, bro, it's just to the point where they gotta take this shit serious, bro. You ain't gonna take this sport serious. I'm gonna listen to Tevin Farmer talk about how he ain't used to take the sport serious, and you know how he ain't really used to get out there and take the sport serious and all that type of stuff and that type of shit. Like, bro, you got your motherfucking health on the line, and you talking about not taking no shit serious and your health on the line. In boxing, this don't seem like one of the things that you play with. You play with. And to me, I don't think he gonna go right into no Frank Martin fight. From what I've seen, a little bit of highlights I've seen, and what I've seen of Frank Martin in the gym, it don't seem like Frank Martin, you know, be too out of shape. It don't seem like Frank Martin, you know, he bullshit. And when you late to the sport of boxing, you really don't have time to bullshit. You gotta be 10 toes in, honed in. And he one of them dudes that really was a street nigga that turned his life around. You love it. And he taking advantage of his second chance. You love to see him, even if you on Detroit or on PBC, no matter where he at, you love to see him get that championship fight, that title. Show other people that, you know, I did it, you can do it. You know, and I would love his redemption story. But Colbert, man, all that talent just show you. Martin started from the back of the line. You know what I'm saying? You know, Colbert was a prodigy. Started from the back of the line, and look at him. Right now, in a lot of people's opinion, he above Colbert. But yeah, man, I mean, you gotta be serious, man. And then you see all that potential in Frank Martin, you know. They say hard work beat talent when talent don't work hard. And that's what he's doing. I don't see them throwing him in. If he threw him in there with Frank Martin, I think after that fight, you know, if Frank Martin do what I think he gonna do to Chris Colbert, I think that's gonna be the end of Colbert. Cause he bullshit. He really think he really can turn it on and turn it off. And I tell you this, that ain't never a good trait for a team to have, for an athlete, and damn sure for a boxer to have. You was never supposed to turn it on and turn it off. Wax on, wax off, Daniel time. You ain't never supposed to turn it off as no boxer, dude. Unless you done boxing. I'm telling you, unless you done boxing. The hook be at this liquor store, bro. Be at this gas station like a mug, bro. I don't know what they got going on up here. I don't know if they tracking niggas from trapping up here or whatever it is. This would be my #1 spot till I found out the gas station on the street do same debit as cash. But yeah, man, I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta take this shit serious. But like I said before, do we got the talent and the ring experience to beat Martin? I think he got the talent and experience, but I don't think he got enough of the activity. And that's just coming up as a prospect. And then he got confidence, and a lot of them New York niggas, them athletes, they got a lot of confidence. But I tell you about high confidence, boxers, one thing I can tell you about them, once you create a chip, you know what I'm saying? They gonna shatter. Not too many more taps on that chip. Not even another chip. They gonna shatter. That's one thing I have noticed about them high confident athletes, boxers, to be specific. Especially them New York niggas. Kobe gonna be mad that I say this, and I love New York niggas, man. I know plenty of niggas that I went to school with, and just, you know, from the city. I have people I know up in Rochester, Syracuse, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Buffalo. But let's be real about New York City, man. Got a lot of, they got some head cases, bro. They got some head cases. You know? And you seen it with Colbert. He had a meltdown. He noticed that and they said Hector Garcia wasn't even that good of shape. He was on short notice. And I think he poked the bear a little bit too much. And, you know, sometimes you give somebody an opportunity and you give them some motivation on top of that. You see, he ain't go out on his shield. I forgot who Malik Scott said. He said he only know 2 fighters that really meant that dying the ring. Deontay, and there was another fighter. I forget the name of the other fighter. You know what I'm saying? And these dudes sit there and say, you know, I go out on my shield, I die for this shit. I'm telling you, dude, a lot of niggas say, I take a bullet for my kids, I die for my mama. You remember that dude on Facebook, that him and his dogs getting chased by the pit bull? You know what I'm saying? They was getting chased by the pit bull, and the daddy jumped on the car to save himself and left the daughter out there to fend for herself against the pit bull. It sounds good to you in the moment. Remember on the first, you ever seen the movie The First Kid with Sinbad? You know, and I think he was asking the brother about, you know, about taking the bullet and all that stuff, and being next to the president and all that shit. And I forget what he told him about taking the bullet, the advice he gave him, but you sit next to the president, and you as personal bodyguard, you gotta be, you expected to take that bullet. You don't. I'm pretty sure the consequences are severe and probably gonna be under investigation. Because you gonna come up missing or you gonna die mysteriously. So it all sound good, you know. It sound good in theory. Or you know how niggas in the beginning of the year. Oh, I got a New Year goal. I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna start running. I'm gonna get in shape. And you know, people never make it to the point where it becomes a habit. Some people don't ever start. That's why I don't set New Year resolution and goals. In my mind, I know what I need to do, and I gotta go get it. But you know, that's all I got to say, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.